the key points, if you take anything away from this, a lot of people think that the establishment, deep state globalists, they don't like Trump just because, he's offensive and he says mean things. No, it's so much deeper than that. It's globalism versus nationalism. Case in point right here, the most evil, sick, twisted person on the face of the earth, or at least up there in the top, percentile. Listen to what Yuval Harari, the person who calls us useless eaters, says about Trump.
And that Trump might be elected again shortly.
I think it's very likely. And if it happens, it is likely to be the kind of like the death blow to what remains of the global order. And he says it openly. Now, again, it should be clear that many of these politicians, they present a false dichotomy, a false binary vision of the world, as if you have to choose between patriotism and globalism, between being loyal to your nation and being loyal to some kind of, global government or whatever.
So what he means by that, let me translate that for you. The vision for the globalists is for America, which is already a welfare country, unfortunately, to turn into a global welfare where the rest of the world can siphon off America's wealth to bring America down to its level and rise everybody up to America's level and have us all under one world system. That's what all this mass immigration is. That's what all this chaos created by laws that don't make any logical sense comes from. That's what these LGBTQ policies are coming from, where they want us to slow economic growth, slow the birth rate. I don't know why. That's what happens when you become an elite billionaire person who's in the top inner circle of the world. But that's been their fixation for decades, is to limit economic growth and limit population growth. And the way to do that, to have that kind of influence in the entire world, they have to weaken America to the point where it could actually be influenced by these outside NGO type organizations. Because right now, America with a nationalist president like Trump is too strong to bring down or to influence. They're trying to get these people in power that they can control and bribe or blackmail to do the globalist policies that puts America last instead of first, and to siphon off the wealth of America to weaken it to where it doesn't have global influence anymore. So that's the vision that the global elites have. That's why they hate Trump, because he's against every aspect of that. And I mean, I don't know, maybe you hate America, but if you like having a strong, united, culturally rich country and not having it, pillaged by illegal immigrants and people who want to siphon off of the welfare state, I think it's a pretty logical answer. I mean, Jesus, at this point, like do you like crime? Do you like a bad economy? Where I saw something the other day. This guy did a cool little experiment on his Walmart app. He had an order from, I think, 4 or 5 years ago, and it allowed him to do the auto rebuy, like the exact same order from 4 years ago. It went from $120 to $450. So, the government's trying to gaslight you, tell you that inflation's defeated. Oh, yeah, we won. We cut rates now. No, they are gaslighting the ever-living shit out of you with what food costs. And not to mention, they're shrinking the amount of food that gets packaged into something and then increasing the price. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because we put sanctions on, I think, 10 to 20% of global fertilizer producers because of the Ukraine-Russia thing. That was unnecessary because we didn't have to put fucking missiles in Ukraine. And, we didn't have to take sanctions off of Iran to unlock tens of billions of dollars to them to give to Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis, who are now causing havoc in the Middle East. Now the Red Sea shut down. Can't get through the Suez Canal. Like, both the Ukraine, Russia, and the Israel Hamas situation are incredibly avoidable. But I digress. Hopefully, if you're a clear-minded, objective, patriotic, American-loving person, I mean, you see this by now, but I think a lot of people have arrived to the point where they're like, oh, okay, I see what's right and wrong here, but I don't think too many people understand the whole globalism aspect of this, which is something I want to delve deeply into in the future. And I think that starts with the book that I talk about called The Committee of 300, because from what I've gathered, that seems to be the head of the snake. But I'm always looking for the head of the snake because that's something I've always been super curious about. We know that there's levels to this thing. We know who's high up there, but who is really the driving force behind that? Because at the end of the day, that's where the influence of telling the Secret Service to look the other way came from. Hope this was helpful. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, whole nine. Until next time, goodbye.